Hello friends, welcome to Multiverse Exams YouTube channel. Here we will be focusing on Gate ESE, SSC JE, all other AE, JE, PSU exams, whether it is a state government or central government. I will be starting with basic thermodynamics, which will be a comprehensive course. So let's start. Here, the word thermodynamics was coined by a great scientist named Lord Kelvin. Here, thermodynamics is divided into two parts. One is thermy and the other is dynamics. Here the word thermy means heat and the word dynamics means power. Can I write power has work upon time? Here basically thermodynamics means the combination of heat and work interactions, means the energy interactions. Suppose now I am taking a piston cylinder arrangement. This piston cylinder arrangement is containing air. Okay. Now I am supplying heat to this piston cylinder arrangement to the air. Before supplying heat, suppose the temperature of the air is T1. Now I am after supplying heat, the temperature of the air increases from temperature T1 to T2, and what happens is the piston moves upward, which is work interaction with some work. What happens is the volume increases. The piston move forward from here to here. Okay. The volume increases. And similarly the temperature of the air increases. Here the volume and temperature are the properties of the system. For the time being, uh, 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 please understand it is a property which we will be discussing further. Okay, now I can define thermodynamics deals with the with the heat and work interactions, which is energy interactions, and its effect on properties of the system. Now moving forward, here what do you mean by system? Suppose now I am taking a piston cylinder arrangement. The piston cylinder arrangement is containing water. Suppose the temperature of the water is T1. Now I am supplying heat to this water. What happens is the temperature of the water increases from temperature T1 to T2. When we are supplying heat, anything change is happening to the water only, and we are observing what is happening to the water, and we can conclude that the temperature of the water is increasing. So here the system is water. Water is the system. So now I can define system has quantity of matter or region in space which is under investigation is known as system. Now moving forward, what do you mean by surrounding? Anything which is external to the system. Here this is the system. Anything which is external to the system, external to the system is known as surrounding. So now I can write surrounding has anything which is external to the system is known as surrounding. According to as we see for according to the diagrammatic purpose, diagrammatically, suppose this is the system and this is the surrounding. Here system and surrounding contribute together is known as universe. Means the summation of system and surrounding is known as universe. Now moving further, what do you mean by boundary? Now I am taking a piston cylinder arrangement. Here the water is the system and which is external to system is known as surrounding. Here there will be a interface which will be dividing the system and surrounding. This interface is known as boundary. Now moving further, suppose now I am taking a container which is containing oil and water. Suppose this is the water and oil. Suppose the quantity of the oil is 6 meter cube and the quantity of the water is 5 meter cube. There will be a interface which will be separating the oil and water. This interface is known as boundary. This interface neither contain no volume nor mass. No mass. This is the mathematical proof. So now I can write boundary as it is the interface shared by system and surrounding. I can write mathematically as also. Mathematically, the thickness of boundary is 0, hence it neither contain it has neither volume nor mass. Now moving further, the boundary can be real or imaginary. Now I'm taking a pistol cylinder. Now I'm sorry, pistol container which is filled with water. Which is filled with water. And this is the boundary for the system and surrounding. Okay, as we see that along the surface of the boundary, along the surface of the boundary, the boundary is real. Okay, when we remove the water here, there will be a circular portion, and this circular portion, just imagine here, this circular portion is imaginary boundary. Okay, so now I can write it as this is the real boundary and this is the imaginary boundary. Now again moving forward, a boundary can be rigid, it means fixed, or flexible, means movable. Now I'm taking a container Suppose the container is containing uh, air, and air is a system. And this is the boundary of the system and the surrounding. Suppose the temperature of the air is T1. Now I am supplying heat to the air. The temperature of the air increases from temperature T1 to T2. Here what happens? Uh, the curved surface or this flat surface, this curved surface or this flat surface is neither moving. It means the boundaries are rigid. Okay, so this is the rigid boundary. Now moving further, I am taking a piston cylinder arrangement. Now consider air as a system. And this is the boundary between the system and the surrounding. Suppose the temperature of the air is T1. Now I am supplying heat to this piston cylinder arrangement. What happens here is the piston moves upward. Here, what we can observe is this is the boundary of the system and surrounding. Here, what we can observe is the bottom layer of the cylinder is rigid, and the bottom layer of the piston, below the piston, the boundary is rigid. And this boundary is movable. So here what we can conclude is this is the rigid boundary, and this curved surface of the piston cylinder arrangement is the movable boundary. Or flexible boundary. Okay. Okay, guys, today let's conclude the session here. Tomorrow we will be moving forward and we will be discussing more types of system, closed system, isolated system, open system. Okay, I'll be covering this thermodynamics properly, and after completing this chapter I will be teaching the sums of the pk nag also. Please do subscribe, like the channel, and share to your friends who are preparing for Gate ESE, SSC, and all other PSU exams. Thank you.